Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn energy reading, and this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take the parts that do resonate. If it does not, leave the parts that do not resonate, as those may be meant for someone else. All right. Let's see what's going on here for Capricorn. And who needs to hear a message? All right, what is Capricorn possibly struggling with? Okay. The Emperor and the Ace of Wands. What does Capricorn need to look at? Four of Cups, Six of Wands, possible future energies. We have Three of Cups, that's a good one. And Five of Swords. Bottom of the deck, we have the Magician. To me, I feel that the Magician represents taking control over a situation, believing in your own power, realizing that it's up to you. So what you may possibly be struggling with is we have the Emperor, so it could be an Aries, and we have the Ace of Wands. So I feel like it's getting something under control. And with that, going back to the Magician, I feel that it's you feel that it's out of your hands. It's out of your hands, it's out of your control, that you're struggling with taking actions to make something happen. What you need to look at is Six of Wands and Four of Cups. And I feel that it's rising above a situation and pushing forward, but there's an opportunity that comes in for you to see that this is an opportunity for you to move past something. Future energies, we have the Three of Cups and we have the Five of Swords, and he has his sword up in the air, and there's the people are laying in the background, and I feel like it's getting past a situation, and for you to realize that you can take control of this even though you feel that it's out of your hands or it's something that you can't take control of. Sometimes we don't realize how much power we have and how much control that we do have. All right, so let's look at this Emperor and this Ace of Wands. The Sun, happiness. Ten of Cups. Four of Swords. All right. Getting control of your, focusing on the positive, feeling hopeful, reaching your Ten of Cups. Maybe there's something that you thought was going to happen, and that has thrown you off so much that it's hard for you to refocus. It's hard for you to get back on track. If we think that there was something that was supposed to happen, and we're going down this path, and we're like, okay, this is how this is going to happen, this is going to fall in place, and this is, you know, whether it's a relationship or it's a job or it's a situation, and it's like feeling that it's going to happen a particular way, and that doesn't turn out the way that we thought it was going to, that can throw us off our game big time. And it's hard for us to pick yourself up and to move forward from that situation because it was something that threw you off. So it could be that maybe you were, you know, something to do with work, and you were, you know, you thought a project was going to go a certain way, or you thought a relationship was going to go a certain way, or you thought a situation was going to go a certain way, and it didn't, and it fell through. But as I've said before, where one door closes, where I feel this door has closed over here and it's hard for you to refocus it, but there's a door over here that is opening up. We have the Judgment card. And then the 10 of Wands. That there's a different door that is opening up, and I feel that it's right in front of you, and it's coming soon, or it's happening soon, or you have the ability to open this door, to see this door. That you couldn't see this door over here because you were involved in this, but over here you can see this opportunity. There's a message, right? Judgment is an awakening, a renewal, a revival. It's a message that is trying to get through to you. And are you hearing it? Are you hearing it? You're worrying about it. Stress and anxiety and worry, and you feel like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders. And I feel that maybe you are so caught up in this that you're not hearing this. And I agree, there's been times where I get caught in this too. And that we all get caught up in this, and we're missing this, we're not seeing this. Sometimes we just don't know what that is, or we're not sure which way to look, or we're missing those signs, we're missing those messages, because we're too caught up in this. And this is what you have to see, and this is what you have to let go of. Even though that's easier said than done. Believe in yourself. Worrying that you can't do something. I feel like you've kind of lost. You're feeling like you can't do it because this didn't work over here. And you're feeling, why should I try again? Why should I try this opportunity? Or you are so caught up in the fact that this didn't work over here, that you're missing this over here. You're missing this opportunity over here. Is that something that you kind of have to tear down, that you have to let go of how this didn't happen over here, but then focus on the new? And that's hard. I feel you're in transition. I feel you're in change. You're feeling like things aren't happening for you, because I was saying, as I was shuffling, I was saying, what is this Nine of Swords? Why are you feeling this Nine of Swords? And it's Justice. It could be Libra. But I feel that you're feeling like things are just not working out for you. You're worrying about if they're going to work out, if they're going to happen for you. You feel that they're not. You're feeling this loss of power. You're feeling like, I'm not in control. You know, other things are in control. And I feel that there's a sense of weakness, and when we get really tired, when we get exhausted, when we feel like we keep trying and trying and trying and nothing's happening, it's harder to pull yourself out of that. It's harder to see, okay, well, that didn't work out, and you know, why should I try doing anything again? Why should I keep going? Why should I rebuild, right? And that can be very frustrating. But that's definitely what life is about, is those challenges that are brought before us, is how do we handle those disappointments, those times where we feel that we're struggling, those times when we thought something was going to work out and it didn't, or it's taking a really long time for it to happen, and we're getting frustrated with, should I even keep trying for this? Should I even keep trying to move forward? Or it's that struggle, and that, how do you get past that? And sometimes it's hard to see that we have the power, we have the magic, we have the ability, because we're so caught up in this Nine of Swords. Because we just lose interest, right? Because the Four of Cups is losing interest. Three of Cups, Five of Swords. Eight of Cups, Three of Swords. I feel like that Three of Swords just wants to come out. for that. Walking away from the Three of Swords. Letting it go. But then rebuilding. I'm just picturing like a sandcastle, like if you're at the beach and you're building a sandcastle and you're putting this sandcastle together, and then all of a sudden a big wave comes and it wipes the whole thing out. All this that you've spent time doing, and you didn't realize that the waves could come up that far, or you had been working on it for so long that you didn't realize how the waves were coming closer and closer, and then this one big wave comes and it wipes the whole castle out. And you're like feeling like this. You're feeling let down. She's got her head pointing down. She's feeling let down. She's like, I've worked so hard on this sandcastle, and in one fell swoop, this wave came along and it wiped everything out, and now the sand is all flat and it looks like there wasn't even anything there. And I feel like that's sort of the energy here that you're in. But what is the message from that? Well, maybe the message is that that wasn't a good place to build that sandcastle, and that it needs to be farther away, farther back. That you were thinking that where you were doing it was a good place, and at the time it was a good place. At the time it was a good decision when you first started it. But over time it didn't last through the long haul. It didn't last through the whole day. So maybe it's something that you have to rebuild it, but it's moving it back, moving it closer to land, moving it farther away from the water, so that when you build it the next time, that it'll be stronger and it'll last. And looking at it as a lesson and a wake-up call for something that maybe it would have been harder if it was taken longer for you to realize that, but this is something that you realize now. And then it's letting that go, and it's looking at how can I change things up, and then doing things differently, stronger and better. Opening up new opportunities. I feel like it's, well, maybe this time instead of building the castle out of sand, you build the castle out of wood. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles. It's just a metaphor of the sandcastle building, but I'm just trying to show that as a example, as whatever this was over here that you felt you lost power or control over, and you lost the Sun card, or you're struggling with the Sun, and you're struggling with the Ten of Cups, and you're struggling with the Emperor and the Ace of Wands. That it could be a relationship that you thought you were building, and it was going to be strong and it was going to last for a long time, or this career or this job, that all of a sudden it came to an end, and you're struggling with, how do I move on from here? But it's turning that, why should I keep trying, because I feel like I'm failing. But it's working through that and hearing the message of, okay, I need to look at it differently, and I need to let go of that loss, but then I have new opportunities to build something that's bigger and better. Bottom of the deck, right. Two of Wands. Taking the initial first steps. The world is yours. The opportunity is yours. Where one opportunity has failed, to hear the message that other opportunities are coming in for you. Learning from this, instead of having this as being a massive defeat, pulling out those things that, hey, how can I change things up next time around? How can I do it differently? Sometimes we can't see it because we're so caught up in this, and that when we have that chance to take a step back, that we're able to see it better. Being strong enough to be able to say, I'm going to walk away from this, and I'm not going to let it bother me anymore, and taking it under your own control, right? Here we have the infinity sign, which is individual empowerment and everlasting love. All right, let's get a pull a couple cards, final message from the universe, and then we'll get our Star Dragon card and our Animal Oracle. We have the Five of Wands. That's the card that I was feeling when I was said stepping back and seeing things from a different perspective. I was definitely feeling the energy of the Hangman. And sometimes you just need that message that says, I have Six of Pentacles sharing, giving back. Sometimes we just need that message that says, yes, I acknowledge. I see that you struggled. I see that this is a disappointment. I see that this was really hard for you, for this not to work out. And I see that you're struggling. And I see that you need time to process it. But how can I help you to move forward? How can I help you to release that and to not let that consume you, and to see that there are new opportunities that are waiting for you. Let me be that cheerleader. Let me tell you, let me help you. Sometimes we need to hear that message that says, it's okay. It's okay. It was a disappointment. It was this tower moment. It was this frustration. It was this everything fell apart, that it didn't work the way that you wanted it to, but you're a strong person. You're a strong person, and you can persevere, and you can push through, and you can let it go, and you can work through it. Sometimes when we're in this energy, we feel like, am I ever going to laugh again? Am I ever going to be happy again? Am I ever going to be excited about anything again? And sometimes we wonder that. And I'm starting to get emotional. I haven't done that in a while. But, I've definitely been there. And that can be a real struggle. But like I've said many times before, is that the tarot cards, the tarot readings, when I was listening to other people's readings, those helped to motivate me. Those helped to push me through those times when I said, am I ever going to laugh? Am I ever going to smile again? Are things ever going to work out for me? And the tarot readings are what helped to push me through. And I would watch the particular tarot readings a few times, 2, 3, 4 times, and I would keep listening to those messages, because those messages motivated me to let go of the Nine of Swords, and it motivated me to let go of the Three of Swords, and it motivated me to keep pushing forward and see that there were opportunities in the future that were going to come in for me, that were going to be positive. At that time, I couldn't see it because I was so caught up and frustrated. But the tarot readings helped me to push forward, and that's what I was saying, is that sometimes you just need that message for it to say, it's going to be okay. You're going to push through. What can you learn from this? How can you use that disappointment and that sadness and that frustration as power and fuel and energy to push you through until you can get to the other side? So you can start new and you can start fresh, but you have all of this knowledge that you've learned from this disappointment and this frustration. You have all of that knowledge to make different and better choices in the future. All right, I could go on forever with that. All right, Star Dragons. Whoops. Let's get a Star Dragons. We have the Self, gathering your power. Love that. Because that's what this message is about, is gathering your power, that you're feeling that you're at this weak point, that you're feeling this letdown, you're feeling this disappointment, but how do you gather your power? Like I said before, if you have to use this disappointment, this frustration, this letdown as power and energy to gather that, right, to fuel you, to push you through, to get to the other side, to get to the Three of Cups, to get to the Ten of Pentacles, to get to the Four of Wands, to fuel that for you, to get to that side, to gather your power, to work on yourself, to use those tools that I've said before that you need and that helps you to push through. All right, so let's get an Animal Oracle. We have snake spirit. Time to heal. Time to heal. Time to heal yourself. Time to heal from this frustration and what you were dealing with. And time to heal from the Tower. Time to heal from the Nine of Swords. Time to heal from the Three of Swords. Does it ever really go away? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Sometimes every once in a while we'll be reminded of it. But when we're reminded of it, we can use it as fuel to push us forward and say, I never want to be in that energy again, or I never want to be in that energy for that long, or I never want it to hurt as bad. Healing yourself, and I feel that this is what this reading is to heal yourself and to realize your own power. And to realize that you can rebuild stronger. Sometimes we question that, right? We go back and forth and we're not really sure. We have to look at those people that we surround ourselves. Are they supporting us? Are they helping us through that? Or are they trying to keep us in that energy? All right. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.